Hello, I'm Peter and this is the Scottish Flute channel, the channel for all things traditional flute and whistle playing in Scotland. And I'm here today in the beautiful Phoenix Hall at Newton D, just outside Aberdeen. And I am so privileged to have Allison Lupton.
Yes.
Lupton?
Yep.
Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Lupton usually, but okay. I'll answer to anything.
Anything fairly polite.
You bet.
Yeah. And I was at Alison's concert with her trio last night. Oh, so far away, wasn't it? It was in Skene, which, as we all know, is 12 minutes away from Newton D, more or less.
Very close. It was nice, yes.
And this is one of 3 concerts you're doing in the Northeast?
Yes, yes.
We're so privileged.
Oh, we feel that way. It's been a delight. Such a nice time. Yes.
Okay, so Allison, you're a flute player and a singer.
I am, yes.
Yeah? Would you just tell me and everyone else how you got started in music in general?
Yeah, well, let's see. I had lots of very nice influences when I was a kid. So my grandmother used to play piano by ear. I grew up on a dairy farm, and when I'd go down with my grandfather to have breakfast and do the chores at his 50-acre farm, she would play the piano for me at breakfast. Or my maternal grandmother sang as well. And I also had some really great music teachers. I was lucky enough to have some strong music teachers that inspired me when I was a kid too. So yes, so that's so how that all happened. But I didn't start playing flute until high school.
Okay.
Yeah. I
so
played
10,
piano.
12 years old?
Yeah, I played silver flute and I loved it, and went on to university and studied classically. Yeah, and then I fell into the hands of some folk musicians.
Dangerous stuff.
I know, in the big city, and fell in love with the Irish flute, and went from there.
Okay, so, right, the big city you say. So I had a look at the map. And you're from Ontario.
Yes.
Which is probably in itself twice the size of the UK.
I've never actually looked at that. Is it? Gosh, yeah. It is pretty big, yes.
I think we often we misunderstand the scale of things.
Yes, right, yeah.
But Canada is huge. So what was the big city then?
Yes, so, I grew up in about 2 hours west of Toronto on a dairy farm. And so when I went to university, I went to Toronto to university, yes. Yes, but I couldn't find, should I tell you the story of my flutes? My favorite thing?
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't, at that time in Canada, it was very hard to find a wood flute. But there was a fellow named Jeff Kelly, who played with a band called Spirit of the West, who were playing Celtic music. Rock Celtic music.
Right.
And they happened to be touring to very near where I was living. And I went to the concert, and I worked up the courage at the break to get backstage. I don't know how I even did that. But I got backstage and I cornered him and I said, I love your flute. I can't find one. Where did you get your flute? And he said, a fellow named Eugene Lamb made my flute for me. Okay. And I was so nervous, I just said, oh, thanks, and I ran away. And this is before the time of sort of internet or anything like that, so I spent months and months of frustration saying, do you know Eugene Lamb? Do you know? Nobody knew, of course, so in complete, last a Hail Mary attempt, I called directory assistance in Ireland, and I said, I'm really sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for a fellow named Eugene Lamb. I have no idea where he lives, but all I know is that he makes flutes. And without any hesitation, the operator said, but he makes pipes too. And I said, I'll take that number. Thank you. And that's how I got my first flute, was from Eugene Lamb. Yes.
Because there's only one Eugene Lamb.
Well, apparently. Yes. They make for a great story.
Oh, my. So, and you don't play his flute anymore?
No. I was a lovely flute, a keyless flute. And then I found out about Chris Wilkes. and corresponded with him and went on his waiting list for several years.
This infamous waiting list.
Yes, and received a beautiful flute from him. And then I have a third flute now by Patrick Walwell. So,
fantastic.
yes, I'm very,
Yes.
very lucky, yes, yes. Actually, I met Chris, he came to a show in Hereford last tour, and that was a delight to meet him again. After so many years, it was just terrific, yeah.
He's more or less retired now.
Yes, that's what he said, yes,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he's enjoying relaxing, so, yes, yes.
Well, it's a worry because my flute, George Ormiston flute, he's not
Yeah.
retiring, but he's kind of slowing down. And, where are we going to get the flutes of the future?
I know, yes.
Okay, so let's go back to high school. Then you took up the
Yes.
flute, and
Yes.
what was it? Just that love of music that made you go into university to study?
Yeah, I guess like all sort of. We were talking about this in the car about how with Shane and Kyle that in high school can be a tough place, right? It's sort of lots of stresses and strains happen during that time in your life, and I always found that the band room was my safe place, was my happy place.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved being with other people making music. There was something that just gelled for me. Maybe you have that experience too when you're playing in a Cayley band. It's something. There's a magic that happens there, and it becomes an addiction. So.
Well, it starts off for me. It started off as a fear come excitement.
Yeah.
And then the fear gradually reduced.
Oh, I loved it. I used to take my flute home every night. I borrowed one from the school, and then I was able to buy one. My parents helped buy one, and I took lessons with I lived just south of Stratford, Ontario, where there's the Shakespearean Theatre.
Oh, wow.
And I was able to get lessons with the flute player who played in the pit band for the theatre. Yes, he was is amazing. So I took lessons from him, and then graduated to the Kitchener-Waterloo Symphony. There was a player there named Tom Kay who taught me, and it's just like it's a world that opens up to you when you realize all that's out there, and as you know, as you get better at it, you take on more challenging things that are more and more satisfying to play. And yes.
So I noticed. So I did a quick search on your bio, and there's a few symphony orchestras up here. You've worked with a few of them.
Yes, we actually just did a show this past October with the Waterloo Chamber Players, and there's nothing like it when you have your pieces orchestrated by people like Kevin Fox and Ben Kenor, and your songs, it's like they become massive. They expand like a fan almost in the colors and the sounds, and there's a song I wrote called Away, what Ben did with the orchestration, it just made me smile. This feeling of the orchestra that wowing you with the sound. It's really something.
That's really interesting because I've come from the opposite side. I've come from a very unstructured way of playing. And I recently did some playing with the Aberdeen Folk Orchestra.
Oh, wonderful.
But it's a proper orchestrated. It was at one of it was Hamish Napier's The Woods album that we did. And we played it here in this hall.
Cool.
But for me, going to that very structured basis was like, this is mind blowing. Because A, you have to be much more disciplined. B, you have to count a lot more. All those empty bars.
Right. Yes.
And then come in at the right moment. But then to hear that sound moving around the room and the melody and the harmonies coming and going. When it's done well, it's as you say, it's magical.
It is. Yeah. It's love. It's such a rush. Yes.
So that's kind of almost the classical side.
Yes.
Where did the Irish side or the Celtic side come from?
Well, when I was in university, you could sign up for electives.
Okay.
And I signed up. There were folk music ensembles from the Toronto community. They would bring in a person who was very experienced in Turkish music, or someone who came in to do Balkan women's singing and so on.
Wow.
So I signed up for all those things, including a Celtic music class. There was a local Irish musician who came in, and yeah, that gave me the taste of, gosh, you can do this with the flute too. That's pretty amazing. And then once I finished university, went off and I started teaching music, I discovered there were local sessions in the community.
Okay.
So I went off, and I remember the feeling, because at that point I had been glued to paper as a classical musician, learning to play from paper, and being shocked that there was no paper at the session.
Yes.
Thinking, well, how does anybody learn anything? And that was exciting, because then your ear starts to develop. And I would record everything. I had a little portable Walkman.
Oh, yeah.
I recorded everything, every tune, and I would just be ruthless asking, what's the name of that tune, what's the name? And I'd say, take it home, and then I'd practice to that. And then gradually you find that you don't need that as much. And your ear starts to, it's almost like your ear, you know what I mean? Like as a trad player, your ear takes over, and it becomes...
You have to trust your ear and your fingers.
Exactly.
They'll find something that's close.
Yes. So with that session group, then we all played for Kaylee's. And we had so much fun. We called ourselves the Dog Rough Kaylee Band. We had a ball playing for dances, and that I find so exciting as an instrumentalist. When you play for dancers, don't you find that?
Yes.
That's when it's such a joyful experience.
Yes.
The percussion of the feet and the movement, it just brings everything together. And so yeah, I did that, and I still enjoy playing for dances very much. And and then that led to more performance opportunities. I remember I booked my friends and myself into a folk festival, but we'd never really had a band.
That's another learning experience.
Yeah, and so we got the gig of that. Oh wow, what do we do now? And then that led to learning repertoire and diving further into the tradition, which has been such a joy. Yeah.
Okay. So and I also noticed that you've done a lot of collaborations with different people, and the one that jumped out at me was Tony McManus.
Oh yes.
Who's also been fairly present in Aberdeen in the past, now and again.
Yes,
So,
Tony's a legend, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I was delighted. I was, my last record, I was putting together some ideas for the pieces I wanted to do, and I thought, oh gosh, it would be lovely to have Tony on this, and so I emailed him to ask if he might, and I was so delighted when he said he would. And what he brings to the music is mind-boggling. It's just another level, isn't he? Yes.
So it's a long time since I've seen him perform. He was at the Hebridean Celtic Festival many years ago. It was when they just released the album with Alistair Fraser, Return to Kintail, and they were promoting that album. So that was a long time ago.
Yes,
but it was just such a magical evening, just the two of them, and it was just beautiful sounds.
Yeah, I feel so lucky when you think about collaborations with people. I have had the pleasure of working with such brilliant musicians over the years, like Shane Cook and Kyle Weymouth, whom I'm on tour with now. All of the arrangements and so on happen through their genius. Like together, when I bring something to them, I find it so exciting when they bring their ideas to everything. It's amazing. And people like Joseph Phillips and and Ivan Rosenberg, Andrew Collins. Oh gosh, they're just tremendous players. And for songwriting, I've had the joy of working with Craig Worth. He was a real inspiration to me as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And sort of learning the craft of how you can take words and tell a story, a musical story. So yeah, it's been really exciting.
Well, it's good. Yeah, I mean, it came across last night at the concert that was definitely a collaboration.
Yeah.
And I think the best ones are. It can't just be one person's views and ideas coming through.
And it's no fun. I would much rather be a team than a soloist. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So how did the trio come about then? How did you?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, I met Shane at a Ceilidh in London, where he's from, London, Ontario. Many years ago.
London.
Yeah, it was. We were having a laugh because I'm from Cambridge and Kyle's from Stratford. So yes, we were teasing because we said we like you guys because we love your name. So yes, I met Shane at Ceilidh and became friends and Kyle I met through Shane.
Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So
well, there was such energy last night, and the step dancing was just the icing on the cake as well.
Kyle is phenomenal, isn't he? Mm-hmm. And they both are. I don't know. Every night is different, and every night they just crack me up with their antics and amaze me with their brilliant playing and yes, and Kyle's step dancing, honestly, did you see the microphone on the stage going
I saw the banner at the back, because one of the stands tipped over the back of the stage and ended up against the wall.
You have to buckle up, don't you? Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's a force, for sure, they both are. Yes.
You're never sure of these country halls. The floor might give way at some point.
Oh, it was terrific. The acoustics there were beautiful too.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And everybody sang along, which was so fun.
We were trying to. That was good fun. So how many dates in the current tour?
I believe 12, 13? Yes.
We'll say 12.
12, yes.
Or 14.
14, yes, yeah. Yes, and we're off to Glasgow for a few days off, so that'll be fun.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, find a few sessions there, and then I think we're heading south to Yorkshire, and then Wales, and then I think sort of back to the Midlands, and fly home from Manchester at the end of the month. Yes. Yeah. So yes, we were just kidding around the car. We have to get some Christmas shopping done. We've been having too much fun playing. We need to get some serious shopping done. And there'll be some very disappointed friends at home.
Well, Glasgow's a good place to do that.
Yes, I'm hoping so. Yes.
So what's next after the tour?
Yes.
Christmas, obviously.
Yes. Well, I've just published a new book, a song book for my song Over the Ocean to Canada. I collaborated with our artist friend Ian Bell, artist, musician, etc., friend Ian Bell. And so we're going to be promoting that a little bit. So we're putting together some ideas for a bit of a book launch concert tour for that book. And then I have also some Christmas shows coming up in December, yes. And then in the new year, I have a new album coming out. Oh, wow. So I'm putting together the graphics, all the technical parts.
It's not just the tunes.
No, yes, all the business of that to do. That will keep me occupied for the new year for sure. Yeah.
And what about further out in the future? Any thoughts?
Gosh.
Where does the future lie?
Yes, well, my
Today
friend.
it's Aberdeenshire, tomorrow the world.
Well, hopefully back again. I love touring in the UK. I love it, not just because of the chocolate, not just the chocolate, although that's a big draw. But the people are delightful. We feel it's like being at home, except stay left. Stay left. Yeah, but I think I sort of have, touch wood, have figured out roundabouts, sort of. Steve last night, our host, is he said he's a semi-retired driving instructor.
Oh, right.
So I was getting, at the after party, I was getting some coaching from him about, what to do in a roundabout. Yeah, I should have a big L on the back of my car.
But in some countries, like in France, I think it is, when you approach a roundabout, you have right of way and they have to stop. And here, it's when you approach a roundabout, you don't have right of way. You have to wait for the traffic.
Yes, yes, I do a lot of praying for the other people, mostly.
Well, I've never been to Canada, but I've been to the States, and I find driving there quite relaxed.
Oh, good.
In general.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
The only thing is when you have to turn right at a traffic light, then I'm never sure if you're allowed to or not. So I just wait
right.
for people
Yes, it's different in different parts of this. Yes, yes.
Oh, well. Thank you, but I was hoping, I didn't warn you about this, but I was hoping you might play something.
Oh, I'd be delighted
possible.
to. Yes, I'll run and get my flute.
Excellent.
I'll run and get it.
So when you construct some of your sets, you've got a song and then you have a tune interlude in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those certainly appear to be traditional tunes. Are they all traditional, or do you compose tunes to go in?
Both. So in our song Step Up Molly, we include a tune by Émile Benoit, Le Reel de Pistroli, I think it's called. In Song Like Away, we have a tune by Brian Piquel called Burnt River Jig, and then I attack on one of my tunes called Lucky and Lefty.
Okay.
And yeah, I wrote that for
driving over here.
Yeah. Well, it just it was one morning. I have a little dog, and I was looking after a friend's dog as well. My dog Molly and Finnegan. I let them out in the early morning, and there was a skunk waiting outside. Yes,
Right.
and Finnegan escaped clean, but Molly not so much. So I gave him the nicknames Lucky and Lefty. It turned into a tune. Yeah, you have to do that while you're trying to wash your puppy in the tub.
Outside, probably, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, so yes, I do enjoy writing tunes every now and then, yes. This is, I'll play you one of mine. I live on the Grand River in Cambridge, Ontario. It's a lovely river, so I wrote a waltz for it one day.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time out today
Oh,
to speak to me.
It was a delight. Thank you for asking. Thank you.